All right, so now we have the 1 week out update of the Pitster Pro FSE 110. I didn't mention in my last video, this one is a clutch 4-speed manual. So it does not have the electric start. It's got the kick start. So I'll be going over some flaws in this video. Definitely found a couple of them. The number one annoying thing on this bike is the kick start. I've ground this down to attempt to try to fix it, but it gets stuck like that, which is really not good. It makes that whining noise, all that stuff. I've spaced this out, I've brought it down, done everything. But I think the fix is just to replace it. So I got another one online. I think it was 13 millimeter fit on, but I am gonna have to modify it a little bit to make it work. This one swivels at the bottom, that one swivels at the top. So hopefully it doesn't dig into my leg as I'm riding like this one's doing. Brakes feel good. Brake lever I'm going to leave other than modifying it. The shifter I changed to a little bit more of a sturdy one because the other one was, you know, the cheap one. It didn't give me any issues, but it was just a little short for my big boots. So also I didn't really trust these welds. So that's gone. Another thing, the first day riding it, fuel lines leaked pretty bad. Like there was no way to ride it. So I got these, I don't know if it was Tusk Racing or somebody, but just 1/4 inch. I think it's 6 millimeter, but 1/4 inch is pretty much the same, just some tighter clamps. And it worked fine. I moved the air filter because that was rubbing on that. I still got to reposition this a little bit so it's not just flopping in the wind. Had some small leaks like the oil cooler and stuff like that. Just had to tighten up the banjo bolts. The oil change, if anybody's wondering, it is a DRZ 400 oil filter. That took me a little bit to figure out because I couldn't find anything on the internet. I guess since it's so new, and the automatics I don't think come with an oil filter. So if you're looking for that, just get a DRZ one. I already swapped it out, did the initial drain and fill and changed the filter, the whole oil change. Didn't look too bad, honestly, it was good. And I know you're supposed to break them in properly, but it was just too damn exciting. So I kind of beat on it quite a bit during the break-in cycle. So motor's great, motor runs good. It's definitely not what you'd expect from a 110. It's not like the stock KLXs and 110 Hondas. It's a little bit more high strung. I did race a KLX 110. It was quite a bit faster. So that's good, but it is, you know, if I had to compare it, I'd say it's kind of like a 250 4-stroke dirt bike, like a race bike. It's got pretty much no low end. It's really hard to putt this bike. Putting wheelies is not easy. You kind of got to wind it out. And the gears are far apart, so it makes it a little tough. But once you get used to it, it's not bad. It's got plenty of top end. Top end rips. Once it gets going on power band, it just takes off. So it does good. I geared it down. It was a 16-tooth front sprocket. I did a 15 because fourth gear was pretty much useless, and first gear was a little tough in the tight trails. So that helped a lot. I like that. Yeah, other than that, I adjusted the suspension. I'm about 150 pounds. I had to tighten it up quite a bit. I still have a little bit room for adjustment, but I have some of my bigger friends on it, like 250. You might have to change the spring rate in the rear. It does bottom out here and there with them on it when they're jumping it and whatnot. Yeah, other than that, it's doing pretty good. It's holding up. Just those little annoying things that you're gonna have to de-Chinese in the beginning. Then once you get past that, I guess we'll see how the reliability is on this thing. I'm going to try to keep up the maintenance, all that stuff, but I definitely beat on it. This thing's been on the road, winding it out, the whole nine, and it's been doing pretty good, knock on wood. So far, so good. It's 4 up on the shifting, so that could take a little getting used to. You might neutral drop it a couple times. I did that myself. But once you get used to it, it's not too bad. The extended shifter definitely helps if you have bigger feet and you like wearing boots. Yeah, that's it. So, you know, we just keep beating on it and see how it goes. I'll keep everybody updated. I know this is a new model. There's not a lot of reviews out there, not a lot of info on these things. It's a little tough to find parts for still. Pitster Pro was very good at getting back to me right away, though, with all my questions. They didn't really have much to say about the whole situation with the Kickstarter, but I'll take care of it myself. You know, so definitely not a bike you just, you know, if you're not mechanically inclined and you don't want to tinker with the thing, probably not the bike for you, because there is little things here and there that are going to break and stuff like that. You know, I guess you get what you pay for. But all in all, if you don't mind doing little things here and there and getting rid of the cheaper parts, it's not bad. It's pretty good for the money. I mean, that little stuff didn't cost me much. I got it all on Amazon. And, Faster Minis, I believe, for the sprocket. So that parts for this thing are cheap, you know. And you just got to do your research, see what fits. But, that's it.